Anna Wiedenauer for Austria. She'll come in 26th today. She is the current junior European champion, aged out of that class and into the young vaulter. However, starting us off for the home nation, Mi Lindström representing Sweden with Sems and Anna Andersson. Very smooth start here for Sweden. Just losing some of the tension on the turn from her backward scissors. Anna Andersson working to keep the horse right out to the circle. Sometimes the lunge coming a little bit slack, and we can just see. And a good finish for our first competitor from Sweden, Mi Lindström, with Anna Andersson and the horse Sems. So in the mill exercise, we are looking for that harmony with the horse. The sitting position is the first thing, most important thing. Then we will consider the flexibility, so the height of that leg and the straightness of the back throughout the mill exercise. Three competitors for Sweden in this young vaulter class. And only one for Belgium, who we will see next. And if this class is anything like the junior female class from yesterday, there is barely anything in the results. The top 20 really are very, very close. The judges had quite the challenge yesterday to decide between them. Jana Kramerhofer now representing Belgium. She's vaulting on Kaiser Chief, lunged by Anne Proust. In our female junior class yesterday, they completed the same compulsory test, so the exercises are scored identically as to how the judges will be scoring the exercises in this class today. The winner of that compulsory test yesterday scoring a 7.5. So as a reference, the top scoring junior female, or the top scoring junior female, is 7.5. Jana, competing at the European Championship last year for young vaulters, finishing in 20th place. Winner of the CVI in Lier this season. Good hip height from the jump force. And inside leg very slightly loose throughout that basic seat exercise. So depending on where the judge is sitting, obviously it depends on what they can or cannot see, and that accounts for some of the differences that we do see between the scores for the judges. And one of the benefits of having 6 judges on the exercises here means that they see everything. If one judge doesn't catch it, certainly at least one other one will. Super height for the forwards scissor turn for Jana. And again, achieving that 90-degree back height in the backwards. Losing that little bit of balance. Coming fast up into her stand. Standing strong after that little moment. And a good first part flank, just a touch of misbehavior possibly from the horse at the very end there as she dismounted. Something that the horse judge can reflect upon if they felt it was necessary. A2 in the judge score is the vaultability of the horse, so its willingness and obedience, the balance in its tempo, and of course that circling. We have discussed the horse on at least a 15-meter circle is what we are looking for, and that A2 score worth 25% of the horse score.
The name of the horse, and the launcher will be
Score for our first competitor, Mi Lindström of Sweden. Provisional score 5.873. Horse scoring approximately a 6.6. And now the first of our Swiss female competitors, Alicia Barci with London time, and Corinne Bossard. London time, 16-year-old mare, of course. A very successful horse already, having taken the French senior team 2 gold in that official team competition in Herning last year. Once again, good hip height in the vault on. Sometimes just losing a touch of that harmony with London time throughout the mill exercise. Good energy in the swing, could have just turned a fraction more by the top. Solid through her backwards turn. And confident stand. Nice swing all the way up into handstand. A little bit of a bend in her arms. And a little bit fast on the way down from that first part of flank. An excellent set of compulsories overall. Representing Switzerland, Alicia Barci. With London time and Corinne Bossard. Jana Kramerhofer from Belgium taking our lead now in this competition, 6.464.
And now for the United States of America.
The horse score for Jana Kramerhofer, 6.0 from judge at A and a 6.5 from the judge at E. Now representing the USA, Caroline Morse, and entering with Corazon Gran and Benita Julia Goltze. Caroline having a challenging preparation for this championship. They plan to bring over her own horse from the USA, unfortunately not coming to fruition just before she left, so she has had to make a very quick adjustment and comes in with Corazon Gran here. We're very pleased that she has still been able to come and compete here at the FEI World Championships for young vaulters. She placed 14th at the Junior European Championship in Ermelo in 2019. Third place at the CVI in Sumer this year. And second at the CVI in Woodside in the USA. Her first start with this combination. Super hip height from the jump force. Good height in the forward scissor turn. And super in backwards, adapting very well to vaulting aboard Corazon Gran. And once again, good height on the first part of flank.
Thank you, Caroline.
Caroline Morse representing the USA with Corazon Gran and Benita Julia Goltze. Very, very difficult when your plan A doesn't come off, especially when you've worked so hard for so many years to build up to a championship like this. It just shows the versatility and talent of the young vaulters we have here to be able to adapt last minute and compete so well on a borrowed horse.
For the Czech Republic,
We'll wait to see what the judges made of the test from Caroline Morse. Alicia Barchi from Switzerland has moved into the lead in our competition so far. 6.947 for Switzerland. Three vaulters now representing the Czech Republic. Veronika Kabova, Lucy Kubikova, and Barbara Kisela. All three competing with Aladdin and Andrei Svoboda. It also shows the generosity of all the people involved in vaulting when we can have an athlete such as Caroline, who we just saw from the USA, who is able to try out many horses and find one that's going to fit for her once arriving at a championship like that. It is the essence of our sport that vaulting is one big family, and although this is a competition and everyone would love to win, we are all here for one another as well, and that is definitely part of the joy of vaulting. Nice smooth start here for Veronika Kabova. Looking to improve on her 25th finish from the European Championship for young vaulters last year. Solid base in her stand. And a good dismount, representing the Czech Republic, first of our 3 vaulters on this horse. The horses are restricted at these events as to how many competitions they can compete within. Theoretically, they have a maximum of 6 individuals. However, at championships such as this, it's unlikely we see a horse completely full with their points. We want the horses to be at their best, as well as our athletes. Excellent flexibility. Good turn of the hips there at the top of the swing. Legs very slightly apart at the top of that swing. Good energy up towards the handstand at the top of the first part flank. And a confident start from Lucy Kupikova. And the final of our 3 Czech representatives now, Barbara Kysela, 19 years old. Again, some good energy up. Just very slightly off the top of the handstand for the forward scissor turn. Just a little bit of a collapse there towards the end of the first part flank for Barbara Kysela. A good start for the competition from all 3 girls from the Czech Republic: Veronika Kabova, Lucy Kubikova and Barbara Kysela. along with Aladdin and Andrei Svoboda. So we'll wait and see what the judges made of that. And considering also the horse score compared with some of the horses previously, and despite being on a very nice large circle, Aladdin not showing us quite the same impulsion as some of the other horses. That might come through in the horse score from the judges. Caroline Morse of the USA moving into the top spot for the moment, 6.963. So she's just ahead of Alicia Barzi from Switzerland. Some excellent exercise scores from Caroline. Judge at C scoring her exercises top so far. And the horse score for Caroline averaging approximately a 6.4. And we have the first score as well in for the Czech Republic for Lucy Kubikova, 6.860, which takes her into the third place so far. And Veronika Kabova, 6.413. And the horse scores averaging around about that 6.1 mark for each of the Czech girls there on Aladdin. Barbara Kisela, 6.302. Now, qualification for the FEI World Championships for young vaulter. The athletes had to score a 6.5 in a CVI 2-star in order to qualify for this event. The event made up of the compulsory test today, the technical test tomorrow or Friday, and then the final on Saturday. That final will be 50% of the total score. So there's a lot of room for movement throughout this competition. We have seen but 7 starters of the 33 who will come today. And there's a lot of talent yet to be seen. Each starter has a specific time at which they will enter the arena to allow for appropriate preparation and equality for each of them. And that is why we have the delay here whilst the arena gets prepared to ensure that it is good for the next competitor to go. Now, the venue here in Flinge is really good for the vaulters. Flinge Kungsgård is an ancient horse ground. It was a bishop's seat in the 13th century, so a lot of history here. It is one of Sweden's 3 national equestrian centres. We have a large area for indoor warm-ups, as well as outdoor riding arenas and plenty of stables for the horses.
We welcome them in just a few seconds into the main ring.
Flinge has been the site for 6 CVIs over the last 7 years. The organisation is exceptional. It's a beautiful arena, and they have been putting on a magnificent event for us here. 6 days of competition, and we are only on day 2. The next competitor into the ring coming from Slovakia, Sara Soltesova. She comes with Martin Vavacek and Investment. And the athletes are able to choose their own music for each round. It has absolutely no impact on the compulsory score in that there is no box for musical interpretation in compulsories, just something the vaulter likes to compete to, feels confident with, and that they feel shows off their vaulting and their horse to the best of their ability. 7th place for Sarah at the Junior European Championships for young vaulters. Excellent jump force, just touching the croup of the horse there, but getting all the way up above the surcingle for the vault on. Good speed, slight delay in the scissor turn itself. Smooth landing from the backwards turn. Just a small arch of the back in the stand. And these vaulters looking to achieve that 10 in stand and get as many points as they can. And a nice first part of flank dismount to the inside to finish. Sara Soltesova from Slovakia with a top set of compulsories alongside Investment and Martin Vavacek. And a score to beat 6.963. That's Caroline Morse for the USA in the lead so far.
Next we have Paula Vascoria for Germany on Diabolo. Tabea Struck is well launched.
And our next competitor comes in representing Germany, 19 years old, Paula Waskowiak with Giabolo and Tavia Struck. Paula, the bronze medalist from the Junior European Championship in Kapellskär last year. Now moving into this upper age group, finishing 4th at the CVI Grötebrugel and CVI Ermelo this year. Giabolo, 12-year-old gelding. Super jump off the ground, possibly brushing the croup of the horse, not making any difference, getting all the way into the stem phase. Best vault on so far in this competition. Good turn. You just see her turning that a little bit further after the top, but certainly she was turning on the way up in the first part scissors. Smooth backwards turn. And comfortably through stand. Excellent First part flank to finish, dismount to the inside for Paula Waskowiak from Germany. No doubt our top set of compulsories this morning so far. Junior European bronze medalist, now looking for a medal in the young vaulter competition. The new top score to beat, Sara Soltisova from Slovakia, 7.344.
The previous performer we saw from Slovakia, Sara Soltisova, has taken the lead.
Sara Soltisova with the top horse score as well so far, as well as almost unanimously gaining the top exercise scores from the judges. And they keep coming. Michelle Brugger representing Switzerland with Saitiri Oeldi and Sandra Muller. .20 years old.
The horse is Saitiri and Sandra Müller is the launcher.
Of course, a very successful horse, Saitiri, the horse who took Manon Moutinho of France to her World Championship title last year in hurling. Michelle Brugger finishing in 5th place at the Young Vaulter European Championships in Kaposvar last year. Competing with a different horse then on Saitiri for this season, finishing first at the CDI in Bern. Nice energy from the ground. Flexibility, a little bit of stiffness through the shoulders in the sitting positions as she turned throughout her mill, if we're being very specific. And achieving good height with a delayed turn from the forward scissors, turning well through backwards. Confidently through the stand. Looks to be working her outside foot a little bit to encourage the horse. We'll see if that makes any difference in reflection on the scores of the horse. Judges noticed that. It might be our camera angle. Finishing up her first part flank dismount to the inside. Very well presented throughout the compulsories for Switzerland, Michelle Brugger. And Paula Waskowiak for Germany has taken the lead. New score to beat, 7.645. Paula Waskowiak with a horse score of around about 7.1 on average. Reaching into the 8th from a couple of those judges. two representatives now vaulting together on the one horse, Sweden and Denmark, Ida Welander and Emma Helene Katz, with Klintholms Ramstein and Lasse Christensen. Of course, another very successful horse and lunger combination for the two athletes here. Klintholms Ramstein taking Danish Sheena Bendixen to the bronze medal at the World Championships senior female in Herning last year. Ida finishing in 15th place at the Young Vaulter European Championship in Kapellskär 2022. And achieving some lift after the top of that jump phase through the vault-on. Good turn on the way up through her forward scissor, just shy of the top handstand position, achieving good height in the reverse turn. And all the way up. Very gentle pike coming into inside seat to dismount. Clean set of compulsories for Sweden from Ida Welander. And now to Denmark, Emma Helene Katz. Harmonious start through the first four compulsories. Once again achieving good height in the forward scissor turn. Just slightly fast towards the end of that pike down to the inside. Very smooth throughout, well performed compulsory test from Emma Helene Katz, representing Denmark alongside Lasse Christensen and Klintholms Ramstein, and of course for Sweden, Ida Welander. We will look out for the horse scores for Klintholms Ramstein. Often a top scoring horse so far. The top horse scores for Investment of Slovakia. And the score for Michelle Brugger of Switzerland, 7.437.
place at this moment. Michelle Brugge from Switzerland with 7.437.
And Ida Welander's score is also now in for Sweden. 7.463, so she's going straight into the second place so far. Paula Waskowiak from Germany still in the lead on 7.645. Glyntholm's Ramstein, the horse we just saw compete, achieving a 7.6 from one of the judges. There's Paula Waskowiak, our leader, score on the screen right now. Two of the judges there scoring her exercises into the 8s. Ramstein score 7.6 from judge at A and 7.2 from the judge at E. 25% of the total score comes from that horse score.
So our next participant is from Hungary.
Emma Helene Kaps from Denmark, scoring a 7.128. That is the 5th place so far. Plenty more competitors to come. Next to go for Hungary, Florencia Hutton. Just 2 competitors for Hungary in this young vaulter class. Each nation allowed to enter 3 athletes for the individual classes. 3 females, 3 males. But just 2 here representing Hungary. Florencia Hutton with Luki Dusoufflet and Anita Flamand-Prochaska. Florencia finishing in the 11th position from the Young Vaulter European Championships 2022. Luki Dusoufflet, 18-year-old gelding from Switzerland. The judge at A just taking their time watching the trot round. Before allowing Florencia to proceed with her compulsory test. Super jump from the ground up and over the surcingle in her vault on. Squeezing all the way to the top of that handstand. Having to use some energy from an arched back, but making it all the way to the top. So minor deduction, finishing with a well-executed turn into the backwards seat and backwards scissor turn. again making it to the handstand for the first part of flank and dismount to the inside. Looking to improve on that 11th place finish from Kapeshvar last year at the European Championship for young vaulter. Of course, it is here at the World Championships. We do have competitors from the USA, from New Zealand, and from Argentina, and of course from Canada. Very tough competition in the female young vaulter class.
Next for Great Britain, Araminta Younger on
Paula Waskowiak still the leader for Germany on 7.645. And the first representative for Great Britain in the young vaulter class, Araminta Younger, 19 years old. Vaulting with Susie Kusik and A River of Time. Another one of our vaulters here who has adapted to an alternate horse after coming out to the championship. I look forward to seeing her compulsory test for Great Britain. At the European Championships last year, finishing in 14th. Excellent height, and moving into the stem phase for her vault on. Through each of the sitting positions in mill. Excellent control through the turn at the top of the scissors. Just losing it towards the end. The weight moved towards her toes at the end of that stand. A little step. And almost right to the handstand before piking in the first part of flank. A very, very good start for Araminta Younger from Great Britain. Just those small steps in stand. Will incur a minor deduction, but certainly she should be very happy with that start here at the FEI World Championships for young vaulters. There we saw pushing through the stem phase, right leg coming down a little bit prematurely, but making it into the stem phase anyway. Good flexibility. Sleeping legs, sitting legs, just moving around the horse's side slightly. And there we can see, if you look at her feet here, just moving onto her toes, causing that little bit of a loss of balance and the steps. Florencia Hutton from Hungary scoring a 6.578. And now two competitors representing Italy. Sofia Kripa and Chiara Samiolo with Rosenstolz and Laura Carnabucci. Sofia, 18 years old. course, Rosenstolz, another big name. Previously competing with Lorenzo Lupacchini. Sixteen-year-old gelding. Of course, also winning that gold medal with the Italian pas de deux Silvia Strapanzini and Lorenzo Lupacchini at the World Equestrian Games in 2018. Sofia Kripa, 22nd place at the Young Vaulter European Championships in Capricorn 2022. Second place at the CVI in Villa Santa this year. Good jump force energy coming from the ground. Her hip angles were a little twisted towards the horse if you're comparing her mount exercise with some of the previous competitors. Working very comfortably on top of Rosenstolz. Good harmony with the horse. Excellent smooth swing, turning just at the top of the forward scissor. Moments, loss of tension through her back in her stand. Controlled very well, not moving her feet at all. Lovely swing up for the first part flank and a good start to her World Championship here. Sofia Kripa for Italy. Now that forwards scissor that we are looking for. We would like to see the vaulters swing in all the way up, almost to handstand, with the scissor turn at the top. We have a second competitor yet to go. Now that is Giada Samiola, the youngest competitor in this class, 17 years old. Good shape through the flag. And well up into the handstand. Almost fully turned at the top. Lovely backwards to the turn. From our angle, a little bit towards the outside, but she did land centrally, and the judges may not have seen that. Once again, standing very well on Rosenstolz. Incredible control through the handstand for the first part flank. Soft and gentle in her pike on the way down. Let's look out for the score from Giada. A very, very strong start for Italy. And from Sofia Kripa and Giada Samiola. The score for Araminta Younger of Great Britain, 7.146. And we are almost halfway through the young vaulter female class. Current leader Paula Waskowiak for Germany, 7.645. Sweden in second place so far, Ida Wilander on 7.463. And then Michelle Brugger of Switzerland on 7.437. And we should be seeing some strong scores come in from our Italian competitors. We have just seen Sofia Kripa .109. And that competitor that we just saw, Giada Samiola, youngest in this class, 7.306. Well, that puts Giada into the 5th place so far. And we will be taking a short break here, returning for the next competitor at 10:06 local time.
I would also like to remind members of the audience that there is an exhibition area between the big hall we are competing in and the corporate hall that is the rehearsing hall for the horses. So there is an exhibition area, there are also food stands and there's a food court there, apart from the restaurant we have in the riding hall. So if we perish and are really up an appetite, there are plenty of options to where to go and have a meal and have a look at things at the exhibition area.
Welcome back to the FEI World Championships for young vaulters here in Flinge. If you've just joined us, we are halfway through the female competitors in the young vaulter class. Currently leading us is Germany's Paula Waskowiak on 7.645, followed by Ida Welander from Sweden, 7.463. And Michelle Brugger is in third for Switzerland thus far, 7.437. We also had the male competition first thing this morning. Germany also leading the male class. Bela Lenin taking that top spot this morning on 8.331. We have 17 competitors yet to come here in this female class. And the next two will come in together. Leonie Kohler from Austria, alongside Megan Leeper representing Canada. Don Zeno is their horse, and Nicole Whitehofer, the lunger. Leonie's first championship start as an individual. A member of the junior squad for Austria from 2022, winning the bronze medal. Now moved into this young vaulter class, finishing second at the CVI in Stadl Paura. Achieving some of the stem phase of the mount. Excellent flexibility and seating positions throughout her mill. And turning well on the way up, just not quite completing it, causing that little bit of roughness through the landing. Again, well turned in the backward scissor. Just missing the final bit of smoothness into that forward seat. Small jump back at the end of stand. The Austrian junior squad had quite the challenge with their stands yesterday. Very nice swing up to handstand for the first part flank. The pike a little bit incomplete, but a very good start from Leonie Kohler from Austria. And now Megan Leeper representing Canada. This is Megan's first start aboard this horse, combining just before the event. Using little balance in that outside seating position, turning well through her hips on the way up in the forward scissors, achieving good height for the backwards turn. And once again, just losing it towards the very end of that stand. The stand itself, she had kept fairly solid, and a smooth first part of flank to finish. Megan Leeper representing Canada with Dawn Zeno and Nicole Voigthofer alongside Leonie Kohler for Austria. And both girls will come again in their technical test, which we will see tomorrow evening. Megan, one of two representatives here in the young vaulter class for Canada. Avril Saunders yet to come. The draw again for today's competition, a completely random draw.
Standing is the one I also informed you about before the break. Third place, Ida Welander from Sweden.
And Leonie Kohler's score is in 7.542, which takes her into the second place so far. Lots of movement now at the top of the table, aside from Paula Waskowiak, who has firmly stuck in that number one spot. 7.645, her score to beat. Dawn Zero, the horse we just saw, scoring 6.8 and a 7 from the horse judges. Top scoring horse so far is Investment from Slovakia. And Clinthome's Ramstein. Leonie Kohler score there now for you. And Megan Leeper for Canada. Provisional score 6.738. And that takes her into the 13th place. 6.738, 33 competitors here in total from 17 nations.
So then our next participant is from Great Britain, Ursula Levitt on Sorrel Rings Million Voices, and Pauline Riedel is the launcher.
8 judges for this competition. Judge at A, Lisa Berg for Denmark, is on horse score, along with judge at E, Michaela Guznar from the Czech Republic. The exercise scores come from Susanna Marskova from Slovakia at B, Craig Coburn for the USA at C, Jochen Schilfart of Germany at D, Frederic Petru from France in F, Karina Ingelsson for Sweden at G, and Doris Knotter from Austria sitting at H. And now coming into the arena, representing Great Britain, Ursula Levitt with Sorrel Rings Million Voices and Pauline Riedel. (18 years old). And competed with this combination at the CHIO in Aachen this year. Pauline, of course, a previous vaulter and member of Team Germany for many, many years, very successfully. A quality person to have in the middle of the circle for you. Good hip height. in the jump phase of the vault on. And showing some nice flexibility through each leg of mill. Smooth in the turns forwards and backwards. Nice and softly finishing up the first part of flank and finishing up her compulsory test here in Flinge. Ursula Levitt representing Great Britain with Soul Rings a Million Voices, and Pauline Riedel. Just two competitors for Great Britain in this young vaulter championship. Three competitors for Germany, and it is Germany that we go to next. Annemie Sims with Nina Forberg and Herbie. Annemie competing at the Junior World Championships, representing Germany in 2019, finished in the 6th position. Winner of the FEI Saumur with Herbie and Nina this year. Still looking at the score to beat from Paula Waskowiak from Germany, 7.645. Very good hip height coming from the ground. Fast with the right leg in her vault on. Strong in the flag shape. Very smoothly up into the handstand with her good scissor turn, both forwards and backwards. High scoring compulsory exercises here from Annemie. Keeping it solid through her stand. And a lovely handstand. First part flank to finish. Marginally incomplete on her pike, but a very good start. Another very good start for Germany. Annemie Sims, even with somewhat distraction from the spectators here in the hall in Flinge. Representing Germany with Nina Forberg and Herbie. And she kept it incredibly neat throughout, nice and gentle on the landings from all of the dynamic exercises. No problem with the stand either. Ursula Levitt, the score for Great Britain, 7.005. And the next competitor is representing Finland, Anna Kvisto, with Atrupgard's Marlene Tu and Una Pekala. Anna, 21 years old, part of the Finnish squad. In hurling in the nations team competition, finishing in the 8th place in that official team competition. And winning the CVI this year in Finland ahead of the competition here at the FEI World Championship. And she is the only representative for Finland in this young vaulter class. Just taking your time moving through the compulsories. There is no time limit in the individual compulsory test. Good energy on the way up, just turning after the top. And if you are looking more towards the horse score, a little bit less impulsion from Atrupgard's Marlene than we saw from our previous horse, Herbie. We can have a look later at the scores difference between the two. 25% of this test is for the horse. Very smooth and gentle. Harmonious with the horse, Anna Kvisto, super representation for Finland here in Flinge. Now the score is in for Annemie Ziems from Germany, and it has taken her right to the top, 7.758 for Annemie. Nina Forberg scoring well on the horse score as well. 7.7 from the judge at A, 6.9 from the judge at B. And that pushes Paula Waskowiak into the 2nd place. So currently number 1 and 2 spots for Germany. 3rd place still sits with Austria now with Leonie Kohler. Now a very strong talent, another very strong talent entering for Italy. Giorgia Fanucci. She'll be vaulting on Bambola with Electra Lambardi. So many of the competitors that we see here in different capacities, be it lunging or coaching, are previous athletes themselves. Electra having represented Italy herself in the past. And Georgia finishing 13th at the Junior European Championship in Kapushvar last year. First place at the CVI in Italy. Well executed jump force element of the vault on. And we can see her really working that right shoulder to keep it down from our camera angle. Strong forward scissor turn and super in the backwards, landing a little heavy out of the forwards turn, and just squeezing through the end of her stand. All the way into handstand in the first part of flank. Very slightly stilted into the pike. Another excellent set of compulsories for Italy from Giorgia Fanucci. And we'll be looking for her scores towards the top of the leaderboard as well. Anna Kavisto of Finland scoring a 6.794. 6.794, that's the 15th place so far. And another representative from Sweden. Julia Lindqvist with Feel Good and Daniela Fisbeck. Also part of the Swedish senior squad. And she competed at the European Championships for young vaulters last year, finishing in at 21st place. This is her first start with Feel Good. "19 years old, Julia." Working very well on the horse, nice and harmonious. And a soft and gentle first part of flank to finish her compulsory test. Julia Lindqvist for Sweden. her teammate Ida Welander. Currently lying in 5th place for Sweden so far. Giorgia Fanucci we just saw from Italy before Julia Lindqvist. Giorgia has snuck into the 3rd place, changing that top 3 ever so slightly. 7.558 for Italy. Bambola, her horse, scoring 7.1 from both judges. 7.1, that is the 6th place horse score thus far. Some excellent exercise scores from Giorgia Fanucci. Now representing Argentina, Natasha Nicole Arizabagalala. And she is competing on Christmas PSZ with Nienke de Wolf. A member of the Argentinian squad at the Senior World Championships in Herning 2022. Junior individual female at the World Championships in Le Mans in 2021, finishing in 17th place. And her first young vaulter championship start. Good height coming through in the swings. And just a little bit loss of balance in the top of the stand. Nienke working from the middle of the circle, keeping Christmas out. The lunge just coming slack every now and again. Good finish from Natasha Nicole Arrizabalaga from Argentina. Great hip height there in the vault on. Just a little stiff and stilted through the top of the mill. Not quite achieving a smooth arc on each of the legs. Sitting well though, it is that harmony of horse we look at to begin with, and a slight loss of tension through her stand.
And now for Spain, Lucia Schonman Alarcos.
Julia Lindqvist from Sweden scoring a 6.831. 10 vaulters remaining in our young vaulter female class here at the FEI World Championships. And now representing Spain, Lucia Schonvant Alarcos, competing on Nugget with Michelle Kuhn. Lucia teaming up with a Polish combination for this championship. She competed with Nugget and Michelle at the Young Vaulter Championship 2022, finishing in 12th place. Congratulations. 20 years old, the only Spanish representative in this young vaulter class. Squeezing down that right hip throughout her flag. Turning well on the way up in that forward swing. Good back height for her backwards turn. Just that little bit of loss of balance from her feet. The most important thing to begin with, working on the firm foot position. So a small deduction incurred just for the little steps in stand. However, it did not need to be repeated. She held it well despite the steps and finished up nicely. Her compulsory test here in Flinga, representing Spain, Lucia Sean van Alarcos with Nugget and Michelle Kung. And the score now for Natasha Nicole Arazabalaga from Hungary, 6.584. That is the 20th place so far. Score to beat still remains with Germany and Annemie Sims, 7.758. Junior European champion from 2022 now, Anna Weignauer with Chivas 14 and Maria Lehrman. Can she steal the top spot from Germany? This is the same combination horse and lunger which she won that gold medal on last year, and also topped the CVI in Stadl Paura in preparation for coming here today. Chivas, a 16-year-old mare. Excellent vault on. Super jump force getting right into the stem phase. Great alignment through the flag exercise, arm and leg following the spine of the horse. Chivas going well on the circle as well. Good swing up, excellent turn. Little bit wide on the feet at the very top of the forward swing if we are being incredibly particular. But if we're aiming for the top, then we have to be. Anna just taking her time before releasing her hands into stand, ensuring to achieve that top score for the stand. And again, right up into the handstand, partially incomplete in the pike. Again, being very, very picky with these compulsories. We are looking for the top spot here. And it is an excellent round for Austria from Anna Weidenauer with Shivas and Maria Lerman. Definitely worthy of going towards the top of the leaderboard. Lucia Schoenvant Alarcos from Spain coming into the 15th place, 6.890.
Melinda Bohaci from Hungary and Jasmine Rodriguez from New Zealand. They all perform on the horse San Felice.
Now we have 3 competitors entering from 3 nations. Again, this is the spirit of vaulting. Melanie Ford representing the USA, Melinda Bohaci from Hungary, and Yasmin Rodriguez from New Zealand. They will all compete on San Felice Z and launched by Christina Ender. So a German horse and lunger combination.
Christina Ender.
Christina here representing many nations with many different horses. Melanie, one of the top hopes for the USA. She won the CVI in Woodside and finished in 13th place at the Junior European Championship in Le Mans in World Championship Le Mans in 2021. Just squeezing into the stem face at the end of that vault on. Losing some of the contact from her lower leg just at the back pad. An excellent swing up and turn. It didn't quite complete on the way down. We saw her left leg just contacting the horse, not sliding immediately into the backward seat. Again, at top level, every little counts. Standing well. Again, nicely up through the handstand into the first part flank. A little bit incomplete in the pike. San Felice moving very well on the circle for Melanie. And now Melinda. Melinda's first individual championship here. Good energy on the swing up. Not quite making the same energy into the backwards turn. But comfortably through stand. And a very good dismount. Melinda Bohaci representing Hungary in her compulsory test. It's very difficult to appreciate the difference it makes going from one horse to another, especially for these competitors who come from training in an alternate country and maybe have a week, if that, to get used to the horse. It makes a huge difference for the energy they receive going into these dynamic exercises, as well as for the balance in the stand. Good start here from Yasmin. Lower legs just allowed to slide back away from the surf and go through some of those mill legs. Getting that energy from the horse all the way up towards the top of the handstand. Slightly off balance just from the end of the backwards turn. Once again, getting good height, remaining solid through stand. And a lovely pike there coming out the end of her first part of flank. Super performance from Yasmin Rodriguez from New Zealand. The only representative from New Zealand here at the FEI World Championships for young vaulters. Melanie Ford there representing the USA with Melinda Bohatsi for Hungary and Yasmin Rodriguez of New Zealand. Now Anna Weidenauer from Austria has taken herself directly into the lead. 7.852. So the lead has gone from Germany currently. Austria now have the lead. Anna Weidenauer. Anna Siems from Germany is in second, and Paula Waskowiak, also from Germany, sitting in the third place. Still 4 very exciting and talented young vaulters to come, and those top 3 places could all change. Melanie Ford from the USA, 7.323. And that takes her into the 9th place so far. The leader, 7.852. Melinda Bohatsi from Hungary receives a 6.937 from the judges, and currently that has her into the 17th place so far. And we wait just for the score from Yasmin Rodriguez from New Zealand. And it's a 6.813 for Yasmin. 21st place so far. 4 competitors left to go. Anna Weidenauer of Austria still sitting in the top spot. And the judges fairly unanimous on her compulsory scores. Almost receiving over an 8 from every single exercise judge. And the horse score from Anna Weidenauer, 7.1 from judge at A and 7.34 from judge at B. One of the benefits we have here with the 8 judges is having that comparison specifically with the horse score throughout the competition. But also when it comes to the technical and freestyle rounds, we are able to compare the artistic scores of the judges as well, as we will have 2 of our 8 judges on the artistic later on this afternoon. And then the 4 remainder judges will be on the technique scores. And we have good representation across the nations from the judges. And we're waiting just for the start time for Alice Leher. She is the current European champion young vaulter. She made history last year when she won this class for the very first time at the premiere of the event, and now returns here to see if she can win the world title along with the European one that she won last year. She has had an absolutely brilliant season. She competed at the CBI in Wiesbaden, finishing in 2nd there, winning the young vaulter class at the CBI Erbelo. And she comes in representing Germany, Alice Leher, with Lambic van Strö-Kapeleken and Andrea Blatz. And this is indeed the same combination she won with last year. So we know she has the talent and can cope under the pressure of this competition. And we'll see what she has brought to us today in the compulsory test. Lambic van Strö-Kapeleken, a 12-year-old stallion. Alice, 21 years old. So this will be her last year competing as a young vaulter. Next year she will move into the senior division. Excellent height coming from the ground in the jump phase. Beautiful flexibility and superbly in harmony with the horse. It's a great turn on the way up. And very good in the backwards turn. Small delay, just sitting into the forward seat at the end of the turn. Again, at the level we're looking at, every single thing counts. No problems with her stand. Spot on in her first part of flank. A lovely, lovely start from Alice Leher, representing Germany. Superb dynamic exercises. Barely a fault to be taken. Now we had a great jump force in her vault on. It was missing the stem phase, which could set her a little bit apart from some of the other females. However, the rest of the compulsory exercises were close to perfect. The horse score as well will come into consideration. And we have a keen wait to find out what the judges have made of Alice Leher from Germany. 3 to go. It could still all change. Now representing Austria, Verena Brabeck with Asti Royal. And Alina Kalcher-Prein.
So the horse is Asti Royal XL and Lena Kalcher-Prein is the Norwegian.
Verena, 4th place at the European Championship for Young Vaulter 2022. Great jump from the ground. Definitely a delayed right leg in her vault-on. Lovely shape through the flag. Nice turn on the way up. Just squeezing. She tried not to take that step. Upper body leaning a little bit too far back, taking that center of gravity backwards. And smooth height into the first part of flank. Good start from Verena Brabeck for Austria. And just a couple of small errors there. However, we have had a change of horse since the running order. So not quite the horse which she was expected to start on, and an excellent round she did on Asti Royal XL with Lena Kalcher-Prein, Verena Brabeck for Austria. Now it is getting incredibly exciting. We have another change at the top of the leaderboard. Germany have taken that top spot back with Alice Leher, 8.247. And the potential to top even that now. Representing Canada, Averill Saunders with a rock emotion and Nina Forberg. Averill, of course, springing herself into the spotlight at last year's Senior World Championships in Herning after a spectacular technical test, putting herself on everyone's radar. And now coming into the young vaulter class, and big hope for Canada here. Looking to see if she can win Canada's first vaulting medal. 19 years old. Did suffer with a little bit of a heel injury earlier in the season and had to miss a few of the CVIs. But has found a very solid partnership with Rock Emotion and Nina Forberg. Great jump force, getting some of that stem phase in. A little bit heavy just coming out of the vault-on. Once again, achieving a good shape through the flag. Right up into the handstand. Turn could have been a fraction more fluid in the forwards scissor. Exceptional on her backwards turn. Solid, solid through the stand. Oh, and just collapsing at the end of that first part flank. And repeating it. Oh, she will be so disappointed. That was a superb round until that first part of flank. Now, just so you know, if she did collapse in the neck, and that would have incurred certainly a 3-point deduction from that score of the exercise due to the collapse, obviously the loss of tension as well. So she, quick thinking, repeated the exercise, which only incurs a 2-point deduction. It was a superb second first part of flank. So still be looking for a super high score from that exercise.
And now for the United States, Emma Milito on the horse Wallace.
And there we see just a little bit too much of the center of gravity coming forwards in her shoulders and repeating the exercise. Now, all is not lost. There are still 2 more tests to come in this competition, and she did perform incredibly well for the rest of the exercises. We will have to wait and see what the judges have decided on her score, because we still have 1 more competitor to come representing the USA. Emma Milito with Wallace and Nenke de Wolf. Emma, already a very successful junior vaulter. I mean, part of the junior USA squad, winning the silver medal at the World Championships in 2021. And this is her first start here at the World Championship for young vaulters. She won the CVI in Colorado Young Vaulter last year. And her first start with a Wallace. Lovely start through her first 4 compulsories. Confident vaulting here. Fraction late with her scissor turn. Just that bit off the top. Very smooth coming around from the backwards. Lovely swing up to the handstand, a little bit heavy just on the landing of that final first part flank, but a very good start for Emma Milito from the USA. Lots of potential for the rest of the competition for Emma Milito. And we will take a look back towards the scoreboard. Verena Brabeck of Austria, 7.371. And Averill Saunders for Canada coming in at 7.633.
Now there will be a shorter break of about 25 minutes before we return.
So the leader with one score yet to come. We are eagerly waiting for the score from Emma Melito, but the leader, Alice Lehr from Germany, 8.247. She has a confident lead over Anna Weidenauer from Austria, 7.852. And then Annemiek Siems finishes out our top three females, 7.758.
There are market stats, so you can investigate and check that out.
Emma Melito there, score has come in 6.968. 6.968, which takes her into the 18th place thus far. Now, all of our athletes will compete again in the technical test, and then they will all come one more time in the freestyle as well. There is no cut in that young vaulter class.
8.5.2, and in the lead with.
And there we have our top three vaulters. Annemiek Siems in the third place so far. Anna Weidenauer sitting in second, 7.852. And the leader of the class, Alice Lehr, on 8.247. We are now going to take a short break, and we will resume with the final lot of compulsories for this championship. The senior squad compulsories will start at 11:30 a.m.